Hey teachers, I'm Meghan Vestal from Vestal's 21st Century Classroom, and today I want to show you how to start using Google Forms as part of your next classroom escape room. Now, I personally think escape rooms are some of the best activities for the classroom today. You can use them to introduce new material, you can use them to review before a test, and the best thing is students really love them. Now, one of the easiest and least expensive ways I have found to implement classroom escape rooms is Google Forms. Google Forms is completely free to all teachers and it's really easy to use. So I want to show you a few tips to get started using Google Forms as part of your next escape room. And let's get started by looking at an example that I have. All right, so this is a Google form that is part of my Cold War time travel escape room. As part of this activity, students are going to complete a challenge at a station and they're going to get a code when they complete the challenge. Then they input the code here to see if they completed the challenge correctly. So let me show you what happens if students input the incorrect code. They get a message that says it's not the correct code and they know that they need to go back and keep working. Now let me show you what happens if they put in the correct code. They get a message that tells them congratulations, they've successfully completed the challenge, and there's a link here that goes to a Google Doc that will review everything they learned as part of the escape room. You can also add a link to a video there, or really a link to anything to review what students have learned or to congratulate them for completing the challenge. Now I want to show you how to create your own Google form, just like the one I showed you. All right, so I've just opened a new Google form here, and I'm going to walk you through the steps of what you need to do to create one like I just showed you. So the first thing is you're going to give it a title. So we will just call it Escape Room Sample. And then you're going to come down here and select what type of response students are going to give. I always do short answer. And this is where you type the instructions. I always just type in, enter the code. You can also make it a question that students respond to. And this is where students will type their answer. Now, a couple things you want to mark off. You always want to make this required because students are required to answer it. And if you click these three dots here, click on response validation. You'll see this appear below the question, and what this does is it allows you to input the correct answer and then your error message. So for this, students are going to be putting in text. They're not putting in numbers, so we just click the drop down and change it to text. And then where it says text, we're going to put the correct answer there. Okay, so that's the correct answer, and Google Forms now knows that students have to put this in to get it correct. Where you see custom error text, this is where you're going to put the message that shows up if students get the wrong answer. So I usually just type in something like, sorry, that is not the correct code. So if students don't type this in, they'll get this message. So that is very basic, how you set everything up. The last thing I'll show you is if you want to add a congratulations message with a link to something else. To do that, what you're going to do is you're going to go up to the top right-hand corner and you'll see a wheel next to the send button that represents the settings. And I apologize if my face is covering this up. The program that I use automatically puts my face in the upper right-hand corner. But to the left of the send button, you'll see a wheel for settings. Click on that and you will see this come up. I want you to go to the second tab at the top that says presentation. And where you see confirmation message, this is what you're going to put in as the message that appears if students get the correct answer. So we can type congratulations, you can type any other message, and then also if there is a link that you want students to go to, like I attached a link to a Google slide, you can attach a link to a YouTube video, to absolutely anything. You're just going to copy and paste that link right next to the message that you typed and hit save. Now, I can actually preview what this looks like to make sure everything is correct. Once again, if you go to the top right-hand corner next to the wheel, there is an eye. If you click on that, you can preview it. So now I can preview my escape room here. If I type in the incorrect answer, I can check it to make sure that the error message comes up, and then I can also type in the correct answer to make sure that the congratulations message comes up. So that is all you have to do for using Google Forms as part of your next escape room. Take some time to comment below. Tell me, how are you using Google Forms as part of your escape rooms, or do you have another tool that you use that works really well in your classroom escape rooms? Thanks for letting me share these tips with you, and I look forward to sharing more with you in the future. I'll see you later.